Hey guys, Rob Satcher from Feedbackwrench. We do websites, paid ads, SEO for small businesses, construction companies, but accountants, and we help people start and build and drive tons of high retainer outsourced accountant content, right? Like and subscribe to this channel. If you're an accountant, you're an entrepreneur, a small business owner, we talk about how to actually move the needle. I have started from scratch 2 businesses. In this one, what I'm going to talk about is, should you put your pricing on your accounting website? How should you list out your prices if you're a bookkeeper, if you're a tax professional, if you're a CPA firm, or if you're an accountant? And I just want to frame up that the goal will be that you actually have people book with you and that you can do what I call the outsourced accountant model. So check out my website. In my outsourced accountant model, it's not mine, but I made it up on my own without any help. Now lots of people do it, but basically what you do is you do a big stack of value all together, where you clean up the books, you do the payroll, you set up the payroll, you do the proactive tax planning, and what you're really delivering is tax savings, engaged, proactive bookkeeping and accounting, and then helping them actually do things to manage their business better and lower their taxes. Number 2, you save them time. Let's just be frank. You can get done in 1 minute what takes an amateur bookkeeper 25 minutes. And when an amateur bookkeeper does it, they make a mess. They ruin things that you have to fix at the end of the year. And then instead of focusing on actually analyzing their stuff, you're making journal reentries and you're fixing their nonsense that they broke. They shouldn't do that. So number 2, you're going to save them time, you're going to do it right, and you're going to establish pristine financials that when they go to borrow, when they go to sell, when they find an investor, or even if they're just trying to manage their business and scale, they have numbers that make sense, right? And then number 3, you're going to keep them compliant. These guys do all sorts of stupid stuff. Not only do they overpay in taxes because they can't figure out the invoicing with the revenue hitting the bank account, and then they overstate revenue, all those mistakes, but they also make some really dumb mistakes, right? They write off, they always buy gas with their card, or they make just foolish mistakes. You got to prevent that for them. So that's the best model. And I'm going to show you what should you be doing when it comes to putting the pricing of your services. And this is the approach that we take. So if you build a website with us, you're going to see this. Now I'm going to show you this website, and I think this gal is just fantastic. So this is Cottrell. She's based out of Cleveland, Ohio. This is a brand new website we just built. I absolutely love her website. I love her and what she's doing. It's great. So we got all sorts of content here. Great looking website. So are you missing out because you don't have it? Let's talk about the pricing page though. So if you look through this, we got a lot of great content. So here's what's all included in her outsourced accounting model. If we read through this, we'll clean up your books, provide an in-depth analysis. So it's kind of my list that I reword. But this allows her to go through here. And then we have a little system that shows off her current clients. As she gets more testimonials, we can upload those in there. As you go down, she's got her lead magnet that we can use to drive and actually get people to sign up for her newsletter. The 3 big value propositions, what she delivers: business taxes, return made easy, lowered taxes, pristine financials. You look at all this, right? And then we have a services system inside of this website, right? So every service gets its own website or its own page. And essentially what happens, we got value stack to like deliver what's most important. We have some long form content that helps you rank in SEO. We have some calls to action, another call to action, and then you can get through and find out more about other services. So as you go to these services, these end up being used in all sorts of Google ads. They get used all over the place. And then ultimately what you're going to find is that this helps you rank in SEO. It helps you deliver and communicate. But let's hit on the pricing real quick. So in her pricing, here's what I think you should do. So listen real quick. We'll come back to this. When you get folks looking at lists of prices, you've got them in the weeds. What do I mean by that? They're now talking about what they're getting and how much it costs, and they're losing value thinking, okay? And the best thing that you can do is to keep people focused on what they're getting. So if I go to this website, the best thing she can do is keep people focused on whatever price I'm about to show you. I'm going to clean up your books and establish a perfect chart of accounts and ensure that you're set up. I'm going to provide an in-depth analysis for your taxes, your financial situation, and accounting system. I'm going to help create a comprehensive tax reduction plan for the current year and for the future. I'm going to provide excellent bookkeeping every month. We're going to help you set up the best payroll, and we can even run it for you or equip your staff to do it. We'll pay in your taxes throughout the year according to the tax plan and eliminate the surprises. We'll provide monthly or quarterly reports. We'll meet before the end of the year, and the result is going to be that you gain time and efficiency, pristine financials, and lowered taxes. we want them thinking about that rather than, well, I don't want this feature and I don't want that feature. And not only do we want them away from the weeds looking at exactly like, I don't want that part and I don't want that part because it gets away from value, but it also gets them starting to get away from like what will help your business run well. When you integrate all these, your life is made easy. If you do the books are good. You can do the tax planning. If you can do the tax planning, you can pay in the taxes. If you can pay in the taxes, you can keep them according to plan. If you do all that, the tax return is made simple. And not only that, you should force them onto your bookkeeping system, which is usually QuickBooks, force them onto your payroll system. And by force, I just mean provide leadership and get them there so that it can be your smooth running operation. Because let's just face it, for the most part, whether you did ADP or Paychecks or whatever they're all pretty close. There's no reason why you can't just put them on. So here's how I like to do pricing, okay? So you got small, medium, large, right? So we've got solopreneur, small business, scaling business. And then I like to show off buckets of pricing. And so what that does is it allows you and it empowers you to just go, do you have low levels of complexity, middle levels of complexity, or increased complexity? Do you have 1 to 3 employees, 3 to 15 employees, or you want a staff alternative? Do you like quarterly CFO meetings, monthly CFO meetings? All right, it's just how much messing around are you going to do for this customer? Oop, I better get going here. Oh, we'll decline that. So the reason why I like doing these buckets, what this does is it keeps them out of the weeds, keeps them focused on value, and it empowers you to really do an analysis. So this is all predicated on doing, and this is the last part. There's 3 steps that you do. You always connect with people where you find out what they do, find out if they're interested, then you do an analysis. When you do the analysis, get your paws on that tax return. Get yourself added into their QuickBooks so you can see how big of a mess they have, right? And then what you do is you come to them and you show them, hey, I looked at your books, I looked at your taxes. And there's a couple of things that I would do here. Another thing when you're talking value is, so this is a tool that we use a lot, right? So if you go to her website, so this is cbwaccountant.com. You go to Should You Be an S Corp? And as you scroll down here, this is just a simple tool to illustrate. It's not perfect. Illustrate the before and after of becoming an S Corp. And you can use this to just highlight, hey, you made $100,000. You know, originally you'd be paying $15,300 or 15.3% in self-employment taxes. Let's just say we became an S Corp and you could justify that you'd take a 50% S Corp. All of a sudden we'd be saving $7,600. When it comes to pricing and positioning pricing, you want to show them this. You want to show them the taxes you'll save them. You want to show them everything that they're going to get. And then you want to hit on pricing. So if they don't see that, and if they're not into seeing everything that you're doing, it's not good. And what this will do is it'll equip you to say, you know what, where I saw you at, looking at your books, understanding how big of a mess, or it seems like you got this pretty dialed in. I would foresee, I'd like you at $750 a month because you're a lot like a lot of our other clients, and I think that'd be great. How does that sound? And when you stack the tax savings with what they get, with empowering you to just build a quote that's right for them, I think this is the best way to do pricing. And stay away from putting every price and every detail of your pricing and all that nonsense on there, because all it does is get you stuck. Good luck. God bless. If you're a CPA firm, big, medium, or small, and you want a website that drives leads, that actually helps funnel folks to you, communicates with your small business owners, your construction folks, your home services businesses, your tech startups, your apps, your real estate agents, your investors, whatever that is, that's what we do. We do a great job. Good luck. God bless. And please like and subscribe. Ask any questions that you've got about starting a firm, growing a firm, getting clients, whatever that looks like. Put them in the comments. That'd be super helpful. Take care.